there, we believe it is important to do. And I'll touch on that here. This is what they call the Nolan chart. And if you take the world's smallest political quiz, I've got a bunch of them here, and I'll hand them out. It's just 10 questions. And what you can see here is you've got your traditional left and right line. That just doesn't work when you think about it. Because the real question, the real issue on almost any piece of legislation is not left versus right. The real issue is the government versus the individual. You can break down just about everything that way. Sometimes the people on the right are in favor of the individual, like with your money, generally speaking. Unless, of course, your name is John McCain or George W. Bush. or our last Republican governor did commercials against Tabor, Bill Owen. On the left, sometimes they're right. Sometimes they think that the individual is more important. For instance, who cares what you do in the privacy of your own bedroom? That doesn't. So we don't fit here or there. We fit up here. If the question involves the government taking power or the individual taking power, we're on the side of the individual every single time. So that's who we are. That's why we exist. Now, this quick history note, the Libertarian Party was formed in Colorado in 1972. And so we've got a good history here in the state of the Libertarian Party existing. Only one woman has ever received an electoral vote. It was the vice president, the Libertarian nominee for vice president, and I wish I could remember the year, but I don't. But one rogue electoral voter decided to protest it and gave the Libertarian woman vice president a vote. So this is where we are. And when you look at the traditional model, you've got the Republicans over here on the right. Well, they do sometimes do a good job of talking that game, but as we talked about, it was George W. Bush that initiated TARP or was in favor of TARP before he left office. John McCain in favor of TARP. He wanted to stop the campaign. He thought it was so important to take your money and give it to failed private businesses. So how does that fit in over here if you're a Republican? I don't see how it fits. To me, I think it's inconsistent, to be kind. Over here, let's look at Barack Obama. He talked about ending don't ask, don't tell in the military. He hadn't done it. He talked about on the campaign trail being against the Bush administration's war on terror and their FISA and the warrantless wiretapping. Now that he's in office, what's he doing? He's arguing to continue and to make it even stronger. So the two political parties, which don't really fit here, but that's kind of our traditional view of it, don't really stand for even what they say they believe in. But they get elected. That's what happens. So we're up here trying to make that different. And quite often you hear, well, I'm not going to be libertarian. I want to vote for somebody that wins. What's the point of winning when it means you got to sell out all your principles? And I hear, if for every person that says, I'd be libertarian, but I want to win, if everybody said that, we start to make a difference in the party. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I'm back. I know